In an address to Parliament in Ottawa this evening, European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen spoke about the contributions of women in the fight against the Russian invasion in Ukraine. Her comments come on the eve of International Women's Day.
When the first Russian invasion happened, women were not allowed to carry out combat duties. But they did not care, and they started joining the army. Let me quote Lieutenant Colonel Melanie Lake of the Canadian Armed Forces, who led Operation Unifier, and she is with us today somewhere. She said, and I quote, "Ukrainian women did not wait for doors to be open for them to serve in all capacities. They broke the doors down." End of quote.
Von der Leyen ended her speech by saying Canada and Europe should walk a path together towards an open future where people can make the best of their lives and their community. And her address to Parliament comes after meetings with the Prime Minister and members of his cabinet. Matt Ingram tells us more.
Beginning with a welcoming ceremony with military honors, members of the Canadian Forces greeted her in Kingston. Ursula von der Leyen inspected the troops with the Prime Minister by her side. The two then met to discuss a range of issues with a focus on the war in Ukraine.
We are always on the same side. And I want to thank you and Canada for the strong support to Ukraine.
The meeting also included the Deputy Prime Minister, the Minister of National Defence, and the Minister of Foreign Affairs. The group then spoke with reporters, where Justin Trudeau pledged more support for Ukraine.
Today, I can announce that we are extending our engineering training as part of Operation Unifier until at least the fall, and deploying CAF medical trainers to help Ukrainian forces with combat medical skills.
Also announced, the feds are sending 7 electrical transformers to help repair Ukraine's war-torn power grid and is donating more money to remove landmines.
Canada is doing much more than its fair share already compared to others, and is going way beyond what is necessary.
Von der Leyen said the Canadian military training mission that launched in Ukraine in 2015 is part of the reason Ukraine had early successes defending itself against the Russian invasion.
Ukrainian troops were much better trained than it was in 2014 the case. So it's also thanks to this support from Canada that Ukraine at the very beginning of this war was immediately able to resist.
Von der Leyen's trip wraps up tomorrow.